Hello Houselight Theatre reviewers, it's Jenny here back with a solo review for you of a play that I saw last night called Smalltown Boy at Bristol Old Vic in the Western Studio. This piece has been written by Brenda Callis and it's described as a heartbreakingly joyful play about grief, community and growing up queer in a small town. I particularly thought that the title was really smart for this one. Because of its double meaning, so quite literally somebody who is a boy from a small town and also another person who is going to a small town and therefore becoming in some ways a small town boy, but also of course the reference to the song by Bronski Beat, which is about Jimmy Somerville's experience of having to leave his small town due to being gay, basically. So yeah, on to what I really liked about it. So this is a play with 4 actors and they play the characters of Edie, Hannah, Stephen and Claire. The acting was strong throughout, but I particularly thought that the actors playing Edie and Claire were standout. That was Elliot Ditton and Kate Milner-Evans. They just did a really good job, very believable performances. The staging was with the audience on 3 sides, so I guess like a bit of a thrust stage. It was very cleverly done. There was a door at the back, and also the actors often entered and exited sort of through the audience, down the corners of the stage past the audience. And it was set up with a bit of a runway down the middle and also a sofa and a table, and those relatively simple bits of staging and props were used in many ways throughout, and it was very effective. The way that they switched between locations and scenes with just little lighting changes was really effective, and also their use of sound and music, and at some point quite funny cuts with music was really effective, and I really enjoyed that. Thematically, as I said, it's about grief, but I think it's a lot about how people deal or don't deal with loss and the different ways that manifests. Also talking about music features heavily in this because the character of Edie is a drag queen. But it shows their sort of gradual unmasking as well. So that's sort of their way of dealing with the situation, I guess. I also think it's about the power of music and about catharsis. There was a scene that made me feel particularly emotional, which was a scene with Claire, who plays Leo's mother. Leo is the person who the loss is about, and she basically is lip syncing and dancing to a song, and it gives her the sort of emotional strength to do something that she's been putting off for a very long time. So I think it was a really powerful sort of deceptively straightforward plot, but actually had a lot of meaning behind it as well. This piece is only on until the 31st of January, which we are getting this review out as quickly as we possibly can, but it might mean that it has in fact finished at Bristol Old Vic by the time you see this. However, I do know that it is a recurring piece. So it has been shown there before, and I think it will be shown there again. So basically my message is, when this piece comes out again, when you see it advertised, go and see it, because it's a really good show. It's only 75 minutes. There's no interval. It's suitable for ages 14 plus. I think the main reason for that is probably some strong language. And as I said, it's in the Western Studio, or it was in the Western Studio, depending on when this comes out. But yeah, I would give this piece 5, maybe 4.5 stars out of 5, if I'm being really picky. Some of the acting took me out of the illusion a little bit. I could sort of tell that it was actors going through the motions of saying their lines. But as I said, a lot of the performance, most of the performance was very strong. So yeah, 4.5 out of 5. I thought it was a really good story and you should go and see it. Thank you so much for watching this review. I and hopefully we will be back with you very soon for another one. Thank you, bye.